During my family's recent trip to Capitol Reef, we decided we'd take a little exploration trip outside of Fruita and into the Cathedral Valley. This is an 85-mile, unpaved, high-clearance four-wheel drive road that begins here by crossing the Fremont River. Luckily, the water wasn't flowing too high in October and we were able to make it across just fine. The Cathedral Valley Loop begins just east of the boundary for Capitol Reef National Park. And that's handy because one of the first sites you'll come across are the bentonite hills. These hills are formed by bentonite clay settling in layers, and because we're outside the park, I was able to fly my drone and capture them from the air. For about 14 miles of driving along the Hartnett Road, we've come to the South Desert Overlook, and it's a beautiful view. I'm going to get the Sony out here and get ready to shoot a few pictures of this area. So I'm looking at capturing that mesa you see there off to the left. Just going to level up the shot a little bit. Oh, it's not quite there. I can't stand the horizon. It isn't quite level. And I'm at F4 still. I might take that to F8. And then shutter speed to about, where am I sitting here? About a 400th of a second. That should look nice. And there's this one pinnacle over here just sticking out all by itself. I want to see if I can zoom in on that all the way up to 105. Having a hard time with the glare to use the eyepiece to find it. There it is. Right there on that left third. That's just what I wanted. Good. So after visiting lower South Desert Overlook, we're headed another 14 miles up the road to the upper South Desert Overlook. So we'll head that direction next. The roads that comprise the Cathedral Valley Loop are rough, and they cross washes all through the drive. If there's been rain that's recent, you'll want to check in with the visitor center and make sure the road is passable, because the washes will fill and wash the road away, making it impossible to get through. So after about an hour of driving down Hartnett Road, another 14 miles, we've reached the upper South Desert Overlook. It's a pretty spot, but I don't think I'll get my Sony camera out here. It's pretty, but just across the ridge is the Cathedral Valley Overlook, the first view we've got of that scene. And it is gorgeous, so I'll save my memory card space and batteries for that. During the course of driving this morning, we've climbed about 1,500 feet. Here at the Overlook, we're over 7,000 feet in elevation, and the temperatures are beautiful. And the views aren't bad either. If you want to, you can hike all the way out to the top of that peak over there and get a view of the upper South Valley Overlook. Coming up is the view that people drive 4 hours out here to come see. Worth every bumpy mile. This is Cathedral Valley. All right, after all this driving, we're here to one of my favorite views. Cathedral Valley overlook. Just look at that view. Pinnacles hundreds of feet tall. Well, the view is good and the cell phone reception isn't bad either then, huh? That's amazing. 500th of a second here. Let's see how that looks. Zoomed up close on the one just on this side. Beautiful. I love this view. They do look like cathedrals, don't they? Since dropping into Cathedral Valley, the road conditions have improved considerably. We had really washboardy, rocky roads along Hartnett Road, and it took us a lot longer to travel through there. But now that we're in Cathedral Valley, not only is it beautiful, I mean, look at this behind me, but also the roads have been smoother. They've recently graded them. They look really great. So we're making better time, and we're seeing, I mean, amazing, beautiful sights. I just love this valley. Over here is a gigantic hole. Gypsum sinkhole. Gypsum sinkhole isn't exactly a landscape photo spot, but you've got to admit it's pretty impressive. That's a really deep hole. Well, finally, after a lot of washboardy roads and a lot of miles, we reached the grand finale of our Cathedral Valley trip, the Temple of the Sun and the Moon. It's another view that I absolutely love. Let's see if I can do it some justice here. The light's not great, but I'm going to do my best. I'll put the Temple of the Sun on the right third line. That looks good. That looks really good. Yeah, no, it really does look like glass, but it's not man-made. It's really cool. And calling it a mountain might be a little overbilling it a bit, but man, yeah, glass mound, but it is cool. Yeah, there are larger chunks around this side. Interesting.
Look at that shot.
There's a creative shot around the side. You get a little bit of glass mountain and the cathedrals. Isn't that cool? You see that SUV down there at the base. Just how huge these are. Hundreds of feet tall. That's the Temple of the Moon. The smaller of the two. Here's a look back at the Temple of the Sun from the Temple of the Moon. And here's what I caught with my mirrorless. Pretty happy with delayed daylight. All right, well, we'll close out the Cathedral Valley loop right here. After this fine last stop, we've just got about 30 miles more of corrugated dirt road to make it back to Caneville on the main highway and then back into Fruita to camp. But it's been a beautiful day. We have seen some amazing sights and gotten a lot of photos, and you'll see a lot of those here. Don't forget, you can visit Instagram.com/HansonAirPhoto to see everything I share, as well as Flickr at Hanson Aerial Photography. And there'll be prints on my print store at Etsy.com/HansonAirPhoto. And I hope you've enjoyed the journey. It's been a beautiful one to be able to share with my family and my friends today. And the Cathedral Valley, it's just, you know, beyond words. You can't even describe it. It's a long day, but it's well worth it to get out here. Make sure you've got high clearance, 4-wheel drive, check in at the visitor center to make sure the road conditions are going to be open to doing this kind of thing, but it's well worth the trip. And yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching.